Hey everybody, I am Sharon Haber from FocusOnStyle.com, and we are here with
Brad Bowles, the Real Housewives of New York City, and also the editor-at-large for FocusOnStyle.com.
and we are here to discuss, and mind you, we're laughing because it's like, I need to change for that, and we literally did it in like half a second, so I am a little Francine Fakakta for this one. We're going to talk about how to wear mixed prints and animal prints.
Yes, we are indeed. Now, doing interiors for so many years, actually, leopard happens to be a signature in my interior design, and you'll see it actually throughout almost every house that I do. Somewhere you'll see it. In my own personal house, it's the carpet that runs up the stairs and into my bedrooms, which is actually quite beautiful. And the thing about leopard, and I'm sure that you agree with me, and Dolce & Gabbana certainly agrees with me, that it really is timeless. The thing about animal prints such as leopard is as timeless as it gets.
And to talk about timeless, the leopard jacket that I'm wearing today is probably from the 60s. It's something I've had for a long time, and I bought it, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, and it's a 60s sheath with that old-fashioned Saks Fifth Avenue label, and I could pull it out and wear it all sorts of different ways. It's a sleeveless dress, and it has the matching jacket that goes over it. And I must admit, when you wear the two of them together, it is a little bit much. But
it's true. And when it comes to working a leopard or an animal print, how do you translate that from the runway to real life?
I think you don't wear too much of it. Just as you don't want to wear the dress and the matching jacket, I think a little bit goes a long way with animal prints, particularly leopard, and even more so with zebra because it's so bold. You want to mix it with something that has a little bit more balance to it, where now I'm wearing two different prints, and the colors are pulled and they blend, and they work together, and they're of the same scale.
Also, too, one of the things that's great with leopard, and it's proven time and time again, is you can pull off a leopard skirt with a really fabulous red satin blouse. That's a great holiday look,
I actually have a leopard skirt that I love, and I also love it with a really form-fitting black turtleneck and an amazing strong belt.
You know what else is hot with a black leopard skirt is a cashmere twin set, a sweater set.
Because then it's kind of the skirt's bold and out there, and the top is a little more.
Well, it gives you that madman sort of look, which I love that look, by the way. I'm so glad that whole look has come back.
Brad likes his ladies elegant and not Latinas.
So how do you find the trends translating amongst the early 20-something crowd? I mean, we just came off the heels of spring 2011 for Fashion Week, and one of the most damaging things that both of us, I think, walked away with is the trends that these young kids are translating, and it's not even they think that they're being fashion forward and that they're being very clever. But what was your take on the crowd? Not the shows, the crowd.
I think what happens is that now, because there's all these fast fashion places and you can pretty much get anything cheap, that these girls get so obsessed. It's like the hoarding videos. My favorite thing are the hoarding videos where you go shopping, not hoarding, oh my god, that's a show, hauling, the haul videos, where it's actually the same difference. They go shopping and they show what they bought in their haul, and it's a matter of how much I got, and I've got to show my friends what I bought. It's kind of disgusting to me, actually. And one of the things that happens with all these really, inexpensive stores is you can go and get this big haul of stuff, and from the haul you can then hoard it away in your closet, and they put it all on at the same time. It doesn't look good. It just looks like basically you raided the dumpster outside Forever 21. You need to sort of figure out, and there's nothing wrong with shopping there. They're actually very good for t-shirts. What you need to do is they have very nice cotton t-shirts.
That's true.
What you need to do is figure out a way of getting the best part of the trend. If you're someone who's incredibly adept at fashion and you're able to be edgy, then you can go on and really layer it on big.
Well, but the thing is I think that we grew up when we had so much fashion information at our disposal, but most of that fashion information that we were getting, other than the top magazines, we were getting most of our information from the streets and the clubs.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know, and I think that we've shifted away from that trend. I mean, I certainly wouldn't follow anyone's street trend right now. Would you? I mean, you love to walk behind people and photograph them in their street trends. You're horrified. You should do a whole piece on bad street trends.
That following you from behind.
I mean, you have to remember. I mean, look at Madonna back when she had the whole boy toy look, and she did. I mean, that was all created from the streets. That was from CBGB's, the Mud Club. That came out of that whole period of time. I mean, you know, it was born out of sort of a grittiness to go into vintage shops and thrift shops,
which
and
is far
source
more
the look.
interesting to create your own look rather than to cookie cutter everything. You
Right.
know, I'm always complaining about this. I
Right.
really hate. I mean, some people, in a sense, need it as a guide because they can't do it on their own. But I really, really think that anyone can do better than cookie cuttering what somebody's wearing and putting that exact same outfit on you. That total look for less, but it doesn't look good. Take the essence, be
Right.
inspired, and figure out how to put it together.
It's true.
But when you go back to wearing like leopard right now, leopard and what's more age appropriate, I think, first of all, as you get a little older, the better quality cottons stick to, you know, a really good, you know, a cotton coat, a wool,
Absolutely.
a really good faux fur. I think of something that's of a better
Or
quality.
even a silk velvet.
A silk velvet is beautiful on leopard.
And what's great about leopard is if you can use it again. Leopard trenches are amazing. I love the leopard trench. I love a leopard jacket if you mix it with a jewel tone, beautiful evening dress.
And you know what you should never wear? Leopard spandex. Those fake leopard T-shirts that look like the punk rock ones.
Do the spots expand based on the
Yes.
size of your thigh?
No, the size of your boobs are just the bigger and smaller. You know, when you're wearing leopard or any print and it is knit, you want to make sure, and this becomes an expensive item, that when
Yeah.
it's not stamped on the print. So in
Right.
other words, as it's woven into the print. So as it stretches, the print will stretch. So if you're getting a really inexpensive T-shirt and it's stamped on
Okay.
top, what happens is it stretches. You see if it's on a white background or a black, the undercolor, and it looks horrible.
And what do you think about transitioning leopard with golds and lamés and bright
Oh, I
indigoes?
love it. I think it looks beautiful, but you have to easy does it. I think it looks better if you're wearing like a burnished gold or a platinum.
What about a
Is it-
lace?
I think a muted lace, like a taupey lace in leopard.
All right, now one of the
nude.
biggest mistakes that a lot of girls make, and I think this is where you need to mix it up and take the Jessica Sarah Parker,
Whatever her name is.
Sarah Jessica Parker spirit, and you can't do a gold lame shoe with a gold dress.
No.
You mix it up. Whether or not you want to throw in a fuchsia shoe and throw in a fuchsia bag with a leopard jacket, that's hot too. You don't necessarily always have to stay with black, but usually
Don't
metallic.
be matchy-matchy.
No, don't do
Especially-
metallic on metallic.
And never be matchy-matchy, particularly if you're wearing something that's bold or vibrant or shiny.
Right. Now, what do you think about this whole trend that happened? It actually started transitioning last spring and has kind of gone into the fall. Scarf dresses and the scarf patterns and all the scarves, like the Ferragamo and the Hermes sort of scarf prints that are all mixed.
I love them.
And they've kind of incorporated them into dresses and into design. I mean, the bolder the print, obviously, the more discreet you need to be in how you wear it.
Well, I think that's also a good thing. The bigger and print has a lot to do about your size. If you are a very petite girl, you
Right.
shouldn't be wearing a very bold print because it will envelop you.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be sucked in by wearing the print. You should wear something more on a small scale.
Right.
If you're mixing prints, you want to make sure it's kind of a two-part rule, that if it's the ground colors match. So let's see, in other words, there's a lot of black in
Yes.
there, and there's a lot of black in
Absolutely.
there. So the base color is a matching color. It complements each other. And then when you're mixing prints by size, and you're doing, let's say, like a stripe and a plaid, like, duh. Brad is wearing a striped
Yes.
jacket, and he's wearing a plaid shirt. You
Yes.
want to make sure that one is large and bold,
Absolutely.
and one is small, and it counterbalances it.
I find that also too that.
I didn't even realize you were wearing a striped jacket.
I know. Well, I mean,
I
it's
was
just
looking
trying
at my scarf.
Yeah, I know. The reason that we're doing this segment is when it comes to leopards and it comes to mixing prints, you really do need to turn to a professional for advice. Get as much advice as you can. It's very, very tricky. It's like girls that try and do heavy eyeliner. Don't try it at home unless you've practiced it many times.
In the mirror.
Mixing prints really almost is an art form.
And you know, I usually say don't buy something off the runway, or don't buy something
Yeah.
as it's merchandised in a store. store because you
It'll
want to
never work.
It'll never work. However, the one thing that you will work better is if you're very unsure is when you do go to a designer and they've
Right.
pre-mixed it for you and they already have the small floral top mixed with the
Right.
bolder graphic skirt. So that's kind of a no-brainer. Maybe not as interesting as if you
Yeah,
had the...
I mean, my rule of thumb is I'll never wear one designer head to toe.
No,
so.
but if you really want to mix prints and you're unsure, and it's something that right now is in style, that might
Right.
be an easier way to do
Right.
it. Or back to Dolce & Gabbana, they do these, if you're kind of shy, they do these big leopard linings, which are gorgeous. And that's something you can also
Yes.
translate by getting yourself like maybe even a
Absolutely.
trench coat that has
Absolutely.
the fabulous bold print.
Or
lining.
reversible, black on the outside, leopard on the inside. It can be reversible for evening. Anyway, it was great you joined us today. FocusOnStyle.com. And in the future, if you need to turn to any style for fashion advice when it comes to prints, be careful. Use strong advice from us. Don't try it at home unless you're really confident, or stick with the classics and mix it carefully.
Yeah, you don't want to be mistaken for someone who ran out of their house in a fire. So
Like you.
grab it, everything. Yeah. So
All right.
take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.